Good morning, beautiful people. It is November 30th, 2012 at 10:45 a.m. Uh, we've had a bunch of rumblings around here this morning. It's kind of interesting. I thought it might be an Air Force base or a military base with a testing range or something like that. And then I went online earlier just to see if there was anything like that around here and couldn't find anything. It's really strange. I've been feeling these rumblings for about 2 weeks here, and it shakes the ground around. It's almost like how you would think the dome of an aquifer collapsing and the resulting quake from the earth occurring. It almost sounds in the concussion like it's coming from due west out towards the nuclear power plant that we've got about 10 miles away at Crystal River. But what it reminds me of is the big guns that we used to feel firing off as they were testing the naval battleships and stuff that were coming out of the Pascagoula shipyard. And a friend of my grandfather's used to go out and do that testing, but there's nothing like that around here that I can find online, and we're not showing any earthquakes going on in this area, although the ground is shaking. And it doesn't matter whether I'm here or several hundred yards away or out riding my bike, I'm feeling it all over. That's quite interesting. Who knows what it is? I certainly don't. And it's not showing up as seismic activity, so anyway, it is what it is. Man, the vortex, the energies within my vortex are just unreal right now. I've had several friends message me and discuss, asking questions and wanting, anything I have to discuss on the vortex energies and portals and what's coming up. They were talking about, and this is to you, Ginger. You were asking about the 12-12-12 and 12-21 gatherings and the portals that will be created there. Anytime that we do gatherings and we come together in unified focused thought, and we are purposely creating a portal to allow the energy flow to come through to that particular area where we are, or to the group that we're working with at the time. These vortexes that we open up spin the energies down and channel them to the whole group that is doing the ceremony. And it not only activates a portal in Mother Earth right where we are, or in a higher level to Mother Earth, where the portal comes down to Mother Earth, it's also creating portals within each and every one of us that allows the higher vibrations to continually flow through and into our being. I think a lot of people right now that have not activated their heart chakra and that spinning vortex of light, that portal of light that occurs when you activate that heart chakra, and some people call it the higher chakras. And I've spoken many a times and have many videos on the activation of the chakras and that process of enlightenment for persons that are not. And when you activate your heart chakra, automatically your Merkaba, that double star tetrahedron, and it's a three-dimensional star tetrahedron, and one is heaven's forces and one is earth's forces. And when your Merkaba, the Star of David, starts spinning at the proper light speed, you start experiencing a double helix of an energy field that's around you. Well, that Merkaba is your light body. It is the parameters, well, one parameter, because it keeps on going on forever, but in your more physical field, it's the parameter of your light body. It also can look like a UFO as it's spinning, or it can be a vortex, like a tornado funneling energies down through your field and into Mother Earth. I think a lot of people on this planet who have not gone through their ascension enlightenment process by activating their chakras, beginning, and preferably I say to always activate the heart chakra first, because that's the balance point of all the chakras. And it keeps you in a good state of balance and not too off kilter by activating that first, and then the others will follow after that. Your throat chakra and your solar plexus will follow after, your third eye and your sacral, or your root and your crown chakra, which each one of those chakras work in unison together anyway. I feel a lot of persons right now, as have just passed through the Anterior conversion, or the smaller part of the hourglass, the actual vortex that's coming out of the duality and into the expanding oneness. I think a lot of persons who have more recently awakened, not having been part of that first wave, who activated their chakras to hold the light for the rest of humanity to become those initial way showers and gatekeepers. I think a lot of these persons that are just now waking up and are playing around in the fourth dimensional areas right now, their Merkabas are activating as we have just stepped through the Anterior conversion and are coming up on the energies of the 12-12-12 and the global ascension. A Merkaba is the seed of life. If you understand sacred geometry, every consciousness, every thought, everything in existence lives within its own energy field, or Merkaba. And I think a lot of the questions that I'm being asked these past several days, and persons that are wondering about this energy that they're feeling around them and are startled by the power of that energy, are just now beginning to feel their activated Merkaba. And the Merkaba is a portal that that allows the energy to come in and exit from your field. It allows you to travel on the astral realms, and in many other ways, dimensionally. So you can shift from one dimensional aspect to another. And remember, each one of the chakras is related to a dimensional aspect too. Your root chakra is related to a third dimensional aspect. Your sacral chakra is your connection to humanity and all other consciousness, and it's fourth dimensional, and is your basis of your intuition. Your connection to the field, or your power center, is the solar plexus chakra, and for a lot of people, that chakra is really, really firing up right now as their Merkabas are being activated, and their electromagnetic torrid that comes out from the heart goes down and around the body like a big donut, and then comes back in through the head. As that electromagnetic field is being activated right now, partially because the intensities of the energies coming through, and then partially because of the individual's intent on activating their heart chakra. That process activates the torrid electromagnetic field around the body. I think a lot of people are going through this process right now, more because the energies of the earth are being forced upon them. The higher energies that are coming in right now as we're coming up on the planetary ascension and the final awakening of humanity, these energies are forcing these physical changes to occur within the individual's fields. Resistance is futile. It's going to happen whether you want it to or not. Everybody who has chosen to remain on planet, even if they're consciously saying, I don't believe this mumbo jumbo, they're going through this process. Their higher selves, their soul self, their monadic self wants them here on earth for a purpose and to experience this global ascension and their own personal ascensions. These energy fields are part of your personal ascension. There are many persons, and I saw it in the talk group this morning, where it's posted, many persons are starting to experience ringing in the ears. My ears have been ringing since June 6th, 1974, when I was 12 years old, and it started by shooting pistols, but normally shooting pistols would, that ringing would go away, and I think that set a stage that helped me to hold the highest vibrations for all these past years ever since. The ringing in my ears is so intense that it almost deafens me to the point that I can't hear a lot of the 3D noise that's going around me when I'm in groups and in large gatherings of persons, going into a bar or restaurant or something like that. I don't enjoy those things anymore because I simply can't hear. I hear a constant and there's a lot of people starting to realize that as they're stepping into the higher dimensional awarenesses, and for me, I was in 4D way back then, which allowed me to step into 5D and higher at a much more quick rate now than many of the others of the collective of humanity, but that's part of my process. Part of that ringing in my ears that I experienced, so many other people are describing now. And it's all part of the process. The faster your frequency increases, the more you're going to hear the vibrations of the higher dimensions around. And the ringing in my ears, it was so intense, so loud, so profound, and it messed with my communications with other 3D people so much that it almost drove me a little bit bananas. It had that potential. Had the potential to drive me insane, and some people say I might be. And being in the middle of sane is quite all right. It's a nice place to be. So being insane is not a bad thing. So anyway, these energy fields that are going on that people are experiencing right now, my intuition, my connection to the field, my vision that I'm getting right now is that it is individuals' Merkabas activating, and truly that is the container for the light, that the light quotient, the volume of light that you have within your field. And for me, I feel my expanded field compressing and condensing right now, and the more my field condenses, the more this light that I feel becomes fluid, malleable, and like I described on 1111, it's almost like modeling clay. It's almost like you can sculpt the light. And I think everybody's field's condensing, and that's why so many persons are aware of this spinning energy of their Merkabas around them at this point. It's only going to increase, and that's the true gold. That is who you are. You are that energy, that light that you feel within your field. And so try to handle more and more in your physical being and your within your field as you possibly can. Well, anyway, we're coming up to the end of this video, and so that's it for now. Love you guys. Bye for now.